Welcome back to my channel. This week, I'd like to discuss 3 ways to survive in an environment of affluenza based on my article that I have posted. The first focal point of my article on affluenza is social comparison. There are 2 types of social comparison that prevail: positive and negative. I think we can all identify points in our lives where we've engaged in both positive and negative social comparison. For me, a good example of positive social comparison is when I wanted to improve my grades in the university, both at the undergraduate and the graduate school level. I've remained forever grateful for the experience of studying alongside very hardworking West African students, and particularly one Ghanaian classmate that I had who taught me a skill of productivity that I still try to emulate. That was a very inspirational time of positive social comparison that also helped me to improve myself. The second example I would like to give is negative social comparison. So in the article, I described very many forms, but one particular thing I want to discuss about negative social comparison is the idea that it is sometimes driven by factors outside of yourself. Sometimes this negativity is indoctrinated in the society in the form of the education system, in the form of peers, in the form of family, and sometimes it does not go as planned. I give relevant examples in the article about how this negative social comparison affected me when I was much younger, and how liberating it is to free yourself of negative social comparison. A good example is when you try to follow in the same life plan of someone who is trained just like you. Maybe you're both PhDs, maybe you're both doctors, you're both engineers, you're both film professionals, and you try to emulate this path of someone else. But I bring you back to last week's discussion. We are all unique. We are all very different, even if we want to have a society that fosters communalism. Last week, I highlighted communalism. And if you read my blog, you'll see lots of descriptions of what I mean by communalism. But I must tell you, communalism does not mean you're not an individual with unique gifts and talents. On the contrary, communalism is a perfect system for an individual who is well differentiated, who knows their own thoughts, feelings, emotions, sentiments, goals, can be interdependent with other unique people and create a society that is excellent. So we should never find ourselves in a trap of negative comparison. We should never force and compel others to be what we perceive them to be when we are ascribing to social conformity. Social conformity can be both bad and good, just like social comparison. And we need to find ourselves in a place where we view ourselves as uniquely gifted with a unique path. Read my article for in-depth research on what exactly I'm talking about on affluenza, social comparison, social conformity. I describe these lofty ideas in very simple language in order to help you to be the best version of yourself. Thank you for listening.